Sp4zie and plenty.
Hello, your top. Sp4zie coming right at you with a champion preview of Sion. He's not new per se, but as you guys know, he's undergone some quite heavy changes. He's a very different character altogether, and I thought we'd go through the abilities together as we always do. Remember though, this is PBE, so a lot of things are gonna change. He is in a very rough, uncrisp situation at the moment. There are no sound effects. A lot of the abilities are graphically bugged in ways, but I still think we can get a good sense of what he's gonna be like when he goes live. So here we go. Sion. Starting off with his passive, it's now called Glory in Death. When Sion dies, he's sort of reborn after a few moments, and he turns into this Fury Mr. McFart gonna slap you in the face type of thing. He gains a huge chunk of lifesteal, attack speed, and his auto attacks deals a percentage of the target's maximum health as damage. His own health will rapidly decay over the time he's moving around doing stuff, and once it runs out, he is dead. He can press Q, W, E, or R during this state to give himself an extra little boost of movement speed for a short while. But yeah, he runs around, he slaps people. It's like an inbuilt self-Yorick ult. Kinda cool. The Q is called Decimating Smash, and is potentially a big AoE crowd control. You charge it up, and you can charge it for 2 seconds, and depending on how long you charge it, you deal a certain amount of physical damage, and they are slowed or knocked up in the air and stunned. Right now, if I remember correctly, you charge it for at least 1 second to get the knock-up effect, and since you are sort of rooted when you do this, it's gonna be a balance of knowing exactly how long you have to charge it in order to get the stun off, but also knowing, well, it's gonna deal more damage if you charge it for longer, so it's gonna be a balance there. DW is called Soul Furnace, and this is kind of what still makes Sion, and they decided to keep it, which makes most people happy, I assume. The passive effect is that you gain 2 maximum health whenever you kill a unit. You get 8 health for large monsters and champion kills, or assists. And then there's the active where you shield yourself. The shield scales of AP and 10% of your maximum health. The shield lasts for 6 seconds, and after 2 seconds you can detonate it to deal damage around you. The damage also scales off of AP and a percentage of your maximum health. And I think it was at a like 0.5 AP scaling or something like that, so might be seeing more tank Sion when he comes out, I don't know. But it very much feels the same way the Sion shield felt before. And now it's time for the E, which is called Roar of the Slayer. I'm sorry about that. This is a skill shot that comes flying out in a straight line, and if it hits a champion, it'll be slowed and its armor will be reduced. Now, the mechanics, if you will, about this one is that if it's a minion that gets hit, they will fly back a long distance, and whoever it passes through will get some bonus damage dealt to them and also be slowed. So it's actually pretty straightforward. You can use the minions in your lane to make this a very long distance slow that you can catch up to people with and detonate your shield. If you're close to them, you can also easily follow up with a knock-up stun with your Q. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's time for the ultimate. It's called Unstoppable Onslaught, and as Acclamated would say, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, Sion starts charging for 8 seconds. That's a long time. He will sort of steer towards the mouse cursor, and he will gain movement speed as the charge progresses. He is immune to all crowd control, which is why it's called Unstoppable. And when he collides with an enemy champion, he deals damage, he knocks them up, and he stuns enemies in a small area around him. And in a little larger area, people will have their movement speed reduced as well. And kind of like the Q, the damage and the stun duration and stuff is increased the longer you charge. This is a pretty crazy ultimate. You can travel from your base almost all the way to the first tier turret with it, and it's definitely going to be a very, very strong engage. The backside of it will be that it's very difficult to maneuver inside the jungle area because you just cannot turn that very quickly with it, and if you bump into a wall, it's over. But oh man, to me, I just imagine like a top Sion on the enemy team, right? I'm sitting mid, I'm happily farming, having a good time, maybe I'm winning the lane, and all of a sudden Sion comes in through the river and just smashes me in the face. Because you can start charging this like almost the moment you leave your lane, and you'll travel to that mid lane pretty quickly, and through the river is ideal because there are no like objectives there to stop you. So what they've sort of done here is kind of cool. They've sort of like kept the overall feel of Sion, but renewing his kit, which I guess was the plan all along. I honestly do think that in solo queue, he's gonna be pretty strong because of the ultimate that we just discussed. I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with this new Sion when he comes out. I definitely like it. Let's hope he comes out bug-free, like Asir. Oh my god, Asir. And that we can all enjoy him, alright? So thanks for watching this little preview. Let me know what you thought by hitting the thumbs up or down. Leave a comment of what you think about this new Sion. Is it gonna be good? Viable, not viable? What do you think? If you're not yet subbed to my channel, now's your chance. Go and subscribe right now. It's free. I release 3 videos a week. Most of it is League of Legends related, and you will enjoy it because I say so. All right, that's it. Have a fantastic weekend, friends, and I'll see you next time. This has been Sp4zie, and I'm out.